Good morning, listeners of Hot Topic and Fresh News. Today, the 5th of July, 2024, and our top story is the approaching Hurricane Beryl. Mexican authorities have escalated to a red alert as the hurricane, now a Category 3, nears the Yucatan Peninsula. Originally a Category 5, Beryl has weakened slightly but still promises significant threats with damaging waves and a dangerous storm surge as forecasted by the U.S. National Hurricane Center. Beryl marks the first hurricane of the 2024 Atlantic season and notably, the earliest Category 5 storm on record. As it moves closer to popular tourist spots like Tulum and Cozumel, local officials, including President Andrés Manuel López Obrador, are urging residents and tourists to seek safety, emphasizing the readiness of storm shelters. The hurricane has already left a trail of destruction across the Caribbean. In Jamaica, the fierce winds have dismantled buildings and disrupted power, while in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the impact was described as Armageddon-like by Prime Minister Ralph Gonsalves. The devastation has extended to Grenada, with severe damages reported by Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell. As Beryl continues its path, the death toll currently stands at 8, with several more missing. The U.S. has extended its hand in aid to the affected regions. Stay tuned as we continue to monitor Hurricane Beryl's progress and impact. Good morning, listeners. I'm your host Emily, bringing you today's critical updates on Hot Topic and Fresh News.
And I'm David, glad to be here.
Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications to stay updated with the latest news. Straight to the hot topics.
Could you explain the significance of the red alert that's been issued in Mexico?
Absolutely. A red alert is the highest warning issued by Mexican authorities, signaling extreme danger. This means that the areas affected, like Cozumel and Tulum, should expect severe impacts from Hurricane Beryl, including potentially life-threatening conditions.
What are the expected effects as Beryl makes landfall?
The hurricane is predicted to bring damaging winds, high waves, and a dangerous storm surge. These conditions pose significant risks, not just to the infrastructure but also to the people in the storm's path.
How has the local response been shaped by these threats?
Local officials have been proactive. They've urged residents and tourists to either stay indoors or move to storm shelters. President Andrés Manuel López Obrador has emphasized prioritizing life over property, highlighting the importance of evacuating areas directly in Beryl's projected path.
What can you tell us about the storm's impact on the Caribbean before reaching Mexico?
Beryl has already wreaked havoc across several Caribbean islands. In Jamaica, for example, the storm has uprooted trees, destroyed buildings, and disrupted power. St. Vincent and the Grenadines saw even more dire consequences, with Prime Minister Ralph Gonsalves describing the situation as Armageddon-like.
With Beryl being the first and an unusually early Category 5 hurricane of the season, what should we expect going forward?
Experts are predicting an extraordinary storm season, likely intensified by human-caused climate change. This means we could see more frequent and possibly more severe hurricanes in the coming months, underscoring the need for preparedness and vigilance.
With such widespread destruction reported, what kind of international response has there been?
President Joe Biden has already stated that the United States is ready to help the areas affected by Hurricane Beryl. This international support will be crucial, especially for places like Grenada and St. Vincent, where the damage is extensive.
And what are the immediate concerns for these areas right now?
The foremost concerns are restoring power and ensuring that supplies, including food and medical aid, can reach those in need. With roads impassable and fuel stations destroyed, logistical challenges are significant.
What's the death toll and how are rescue operations going?
Unfortunately, at least 8 people have died, and several others are missing. Rescue operations are ongoing, and the international community is closely monitoring the situation to provide necessary support.
It's clear the road to recovery will be a long one. What should we expect in our next updates?
We'll continue to track the recovery efforts and the international aid flowing into the affected areas. It's crucial to keep the spotlight on these communities to ensure they receive the help they need to rebuild. Stay tuned for more updates. Thanks for tuning into Hot Topic in Fresh News today. We covered the severe impacts of Hurricane Beryl and its repercussions across the Caribbean and Mexico. It's been a pleasure to share these insights with you. Don't forget to subscribe and activate notifications so you never miss an update from us. We appreciate every share, like, and comment. It truly helps spread the word.
And remember, whether you're watching from the sunny beaches that Beryl swept through or the comfort of your hurricane-free home, we've got fresh, exciting content brewing on the horizon. Make sure to tune in daily. You won't want to miss what's next. Who knows, we might even have some lighter news to report.
We're grateful for your time and engagement. Looking forward to bringing you more stories and analyses. Until then, Emily and David, stay in the loop, keep your eyes on the news, our channel's content will amuse.